Welcome to the meditation talk tonight. I'm Dr. Catherine Macy with I'm not with Organised, I'm with the School of Martial Arts. I'm Dr. Catherine Macy with the School of Martial Arts. And normally the first Thursday of the month, Sifu does a question and answer, but he wanted to do the question and answer, so he'll do that next week. So today I get to speak, and the topic is the quality of being. I'm going to put this down because I'm going to read that in a moment. And I'm reading from Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, and then we'll expound on it just a little bit. I was trying to find something that was related to this idea of fast and slow, because those are the internal challenges and the external challenges of the week this week. So the internal challenge is to do one thing for 5 minutes as slowly as you can, and then the second one is safely, and the second one is to do something for 5 minutes fast, right, also safely. So this idea of like contrasting between one state and another was really interesting. It's a really interesting concept, and it brings in different aspects of ourselves that allow us to recognize or be aware of different facets of how we work as human beings. And this is what Shinroi Suzuki has to say. So the quality of being: when you do something, if you fix your mind on the activity with some confidence, the quality of your state of mind is the activity itself. When you are concentrated on the quality of your being, you are prepared for the activity. So the purpose of Zazen is to attain the freedom of our being, physically and mentally. According to Dogen Zenzi, every existence is a flashing into the vast phenomenal world. Each existence is another expression of the quality of being itself. I often see many stars early in the morning. The stars are nothing but the light which has travelled at great speed many miles from the heavenly bodies. But for me, the stars are not speedy beings, but calm, steady, and peaceful beings. We say, in calmness there should be activity. In activity there should be calmness. Actually, they are the same thing. To say calmness or to say activity is just to express two different interpretations of one fact. There is harmony in our activity, and where there is harmony, there is calmness. This harmony is the quality of being, but the quality of being is also nothing but its speedy activity. So I was like, well, this is very Zen. It's like fast and slow are the same thing. It's like, well, of course fast and slow are the same thing in Zen, like, you know, because Zen's full of paradoxes. But it's a fascinating take on speed and a fascinating take on slowness, right? And what we perceive as something that's quick, other things might perceive it as slowly. And I don't know if you've ever tried to swat a fly, but they see us coming like seconds before we get to them, right? And that's to do with the number of the lenses in their eyes and how many things they have coming to their brains for that, and it's all done very fast because they have to respond more quickly than things coming to them, right? But so for them, us going like this is more like this. So it's really the perception that has the word of whether it's fast or whether it's slow, right? So it's our perception of whether something is quick or whether something's slow. And it's very interesting that the question of the week this week, which fits into this so well. When is it time to stop calculating risk and rewards and just do what you know is right? So I was contemplating this too in terms of fast and slow. And there are times when you need to be patient with a decision, right? Because you may not have all the information that you need to be able to make that decision. So you have to be patient, in which case it seems like it's being very slow. But maybe when you actually make that decision, when all of the information comes in that you need, you can make it like that. I don't know if anybody's ever gone looking for a house that they want to buy, but when we did that, when we walked into the house that we ended up buying, it was like, oh, this is the one. This is the one we want to get. Like there was no, oh, I don't know if there was no humming and hawing about it. I mean, yes, we had to go through the negotiation process, which of course you need to do, but in terms of knowing the house that we wanted to buy, it was very quick. Like that was a fast decision. The process of looking for the house was a little bit slower, but when you've got the right one, then you're like, that's it, done it, it's good. So, but this question here about calculating risk and rewards is more about a decision where there's probably, it sounds like there's some fear holding you back, right? And James Clear, who writes Atomic Habits, the book we have here in the dojo here, he sends out a newsletter every week, and I know Sifu gets it too. So I've borrowed some things from that newsletter this week too. The poet Elizabeth Elliot says on courage, sometimes fear does not subside, and one must choose to do it afraid. From something called Discipline, the Glad Surrender. Apparently, it's edited lightly for clarity, but it's that part of stopping to calculate the risks and the rewards and just do what you know is right to do. That can be a quick decision, even though it seems like the process leading up to that decision has taken some time. So it's recognizing when is it time to be fast, when is it time to be slow, when is the time now to do the thing that you need to do, right? There's a couple of other quotes from the newsletter that I really like today. I'll say that again. A critical quality to develop in life is the willingness to try. You simply must find enough confidence to give it a go. The human mind is fabulous at learning. You will get better at whatever you practice. But before you can develop the skill to succeed, you must find the courage to attempt, which also completely, relates back to this question of stopping to calculate the risk and rewards and just do what you know is right. And I also really like this part too. When you think you are too old to do something new, remember, you will never be younger than you are right now. And I like that particularly because it's my birthday today. So I'm like, well, I've just got to do those things that if I've been putting anything off, it's time to do those things because I'm not getting any younger. So, and one of the things that can be hard for people to do is to learn to meditate. And yet, like you were finding today, sometimes the thing that can help you is having the right equipment. You don't need much equipment when you meditate, but finding something to sit on and be comfortable while you meditate is really a good thing to do. So we have zazens here in the dojo. I have a folding bench. Sifu has a bench that I borrow while we do the meditation talks. You can sit on a chair, you can, whatever it is that you need to do, but it's really helpful when you make a decision to find that thing and to figure out for you what's the comfortable way to sit, what's the comfortable way to be, so that you can be in that quality of being and allow the activity to go on inside you and outside of you. So when we sit to meditate, it seems like we're being very slow. In fact, we're being very still. We're being very slow. But something else Suzuki says a little bit later on in that passage is when we're sitting and we're being very quiet, that doesn't account for all of the fast activity that's going on inside of us, right? There's the blood still pumping, the blood still going around all the cells and everything that's happening inside of the cells, all that stuff's still going on, it's still happening in our bodies. Because when we sit, we're not dead, we're still alive, right? So we're really being, our inner beings, our inner workings are all still working at speed, at the speed that they need to. So there's that paradox again of like the speed and the quiet at the same time. And it's like the paradox of life. You know, there's stuff that's going on fast and stuff that's going on slow, relatively speaking, and we allow the perspective to give us that, whether it's fast or slow. Right? So the distance that we see something from gives us that distance, the perspective that we sometimes need. And yeah, sometimes looking at a longer time frame can make things appear short, can make things appear longer, how far away you are to it. If you're right in something, it's going to appear slow. But if you pull back from it, it's going to appear like things are happening very, very quickly. So let's take that into our meditation tonight and allow ourselves to sit and allow our thoughts to slow as the rest of our body continues doing the things it needs to do. Thank you. In the roll. So sit comfortably, spine straight, chin parallel, eyes upturned. So you're looking at your third eye. Let go of any worries, cares, or concerns. Allow your breath to slow. Don't manipulate it, just let it do what it's going to do. And every time you have a thought race through your head, allow it to go and come back to your breath and be here now.